¿Qué lo que mi gente? It's DALLIONKING, aka Mr. Moves. Welcome back to the Money Moves Investments YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to go over the chop filter and chop filter range boxes. So the main issue with any type of trend following indicator or even just trading in general is knowing when you're about to enter a choppy market or trading breakouts, etc., etc. So what we did is we created an indicator that in real time, it doesn't repaint, shows you when you've entered a ranging period, a consolidation zone. It gives you breakout signals, breakout buys, breakout sells, and it shows you the loss of momentum. So it's a two-part indicator. You have the oscillator, then the on-chart version that draws the boxes on top of the candles. If you've been taught the box breakout strategy where you draw a rectangle around a consolidation zone, this indicator does it for you per candle in real time. So not only did I make it a free indicator for you guys to use, but I've also incorporated it as a filter into all of my algos. So for example, the Dan. The Dan is a trend following system. The Sensei Ichimoku is a trend following system, and trend following systems are known to get messed up during choppy markets. That's no longer the issue. So I think we hit a real milestone here with all the algos and especially the bots, because especially if you have this running on a bot and you're not looking after it, it's hitting that range. It will exit a position and then enter based on the criteria of your algo and the fact that you have in a breakout. So we hit a real milestone with it for all of our algos, for the indicators and the bots, and I'm really proud of it. So let's go over to the charts. Let me show you how it works. All right, guys, so let's go over the chop filter. Now, you can get the chop filter by going to my TradingView profile, link in the description, and you can go to scripts and you're gonna see the chop filter range boxes and the chop filter oscillator. You can see I have 4 of them. The reason being is I'm going to include the private links, these 2 right here, because these 2 include an update where you can change the moving averages that you want to use and smooth out price action a little bit. And because I used a library, for those that don't understand what that means, is that TradingView forces me to upload my library in order to make certain indicators public. I didn't upload the library, but the code is there. Code is still there. It's just a private indicator, because TradingView didn't allow me to post it publicly. So when you go to my profile, you're going to see these 2 public, but the ones I'm going to list in the description of this video is the updated version, and they're the private ones. And all you got to do is add to favorites. And if you like these indicators, just do me the favor, just click that like button. Let's see if I can get on the editor's page of TradingView. Yeah, so all you got to do is go to my profile. The links will be in the description of this video, so you can get the private ones, the updated versions of these chop filter boxes. And then you just add them to your favorites, and you go to your indicators, and you can just type chop filter, and they're going to be there when you have them in your favorites. All right, so let's go over how to use them. Now, there are matching indicators. I had to make 2 separate ones because TradingView doesn't allow you to have the oscillator affect the screen, vice versa. So we're on NAS 100 on the 5-minute time frame, and you can see that, you know, usually when you're taught, the thing about like new traders is that they can't identify either loss of momentum or when do I know I entered a zone, or when do I know it's a breakout of a zone. And I teach this. It's called the box strategy. It's a well-known strategy. It's nothing special. It's like if you see a range, you just draw a box around it, and then you trade the breakout, right? Breakout, boom, there you go. But by the time, if you're already in this trend, right, this can just simply be a pullback. This can be a reversal for some. So, you know, for new traders, it's hard for them to identify when the market has lost momentum or when you have entered a range. So here we are. Let's go to the settings of the chop filter range boxes, the on-screen version first. So you go to the settings and you have the length. The length is basically, let me actually reverse this. Let me go over to the oscillator to make this make more sense. So here's the oscillator. We're in the chop filter now. Now, what it is essentially an RSI with thresholds. So what do you know about the RSI? When it's above 70 is overbought. When it's below 30 is oversold. We don't trade overbought, oversold. We trade the momentum. So we trade what's called the magnet effect, where if it's above 70, I'm still looking for buys until it dies out. When it's below 30, I'm still looking for sells until it dies out. So that's essentially exactly what it is. Now, I change all my oscillator settings to open, high, low, close 4. I've always just seemed to have the best results with that. Some people like using the close So it's using the close of the candle before it gives a signal or confirms a signal. I just keep it at open, high, low, close 4. It smooths it out for me. The RMA is what you see standing in like the RSI. The reason why we did the update is because I saw that it was creating a lot of boxes. And granted, we're on the lower time frames, et cetera, but I figured there was a way that we can smooth it out a little bit. So we added SMA, EMA, weighted moving average, volume weighted moving average, double EMA, triple EMA, the whole moving average, the RMA, the JMA, ALMA, and the ATR weighted moving average. All right. And you can see that this is the RMA right now. If I change this to the ALMA, which is a great trend following, it smooths out the price action a lot. So I had this set to 21. Right? It smooths it out a lot. And then all you got to do is if I change the ALMA here, if I change it on the oscillator to the ALMA and my length is 21, all I got to do is go here and change to ALMA. And you can see how when you look at the boxes, those gaps in between, right? You're going to see it matches the oscillator. You just have to match the settings. Okay. That's it. It's really that simple. Now you have here, I decided to add in the Choppy thresholds, you have 60 and 40. So that means when it crosses up, when it crosses above the 60 is when you're going to start seeing that blue. When it crosses below that 40, you're going to start seeing that red. And then here's your, your 30 and here's your 70 line, right? So when it's in this yellow area, you can see that moving average disappear. Now you can go in here in the top plot and change it to white, and you can still see the moving average. You only trade the colors, or you could just have it completely black and make the whole thing disappear and only trade it when you see the colors, and obviously when the box is out. However you want to do it is how you identify with it. So what I also added to it was some moving averages. Now it's still an RSI. Okay. So you can, some people like using like the 9-period moving average EMA and show it, and you can see where you are relative to the RSI, right? And you can add multiple moving averages, a 50-period, 100-period, 200, 250, whatever, so you can see where you are relative to the momentum. And I find this to be very useful, right? So if I got my 200 and I got my 9-period, whatever, and I still got my RSI showing me what's going on relative to whatever algos we may be using, right? I didn't put the settings on that, but it can help a lot, right? So for example, with the chop filter, I can get alerts when it breaks up, breaks down, buy, sell, choppy alerts, right? And all you gotta do is add alert, buy, exit, sell, exit. That means that if you're in a buy position and you enter a range or a loss of momentum, it will give you an exit indication, vice versa for the sells. So this is really useful. Like, let's go over to like gold, right? And you can see how gold goes through it, break up. If you drew like an order block here, right? Boom, break, retest. And when you broke out of it, you caught this. And, always use this in confluence with your whatever strategy you're using. If you're part of Money Moves Investments, these are also built into the algos themselves. So for example, let me set up I didn't break the TP1. Let me just set up my indicator real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go back to let's actually go back to gold. But I turn this off, confirmation candle, exit, scalp, EMA, 60. I want to show the wicks here. Baseline, ALMA, chop. Let's do RMA, set to 21. 15 minutes. Down to 10. So you can see, right? It will exit out. So it's scalping, right? Now, if I turned off the top filter, you can see how this will react, right? So you're getting that breakout on gold and getting those, you know, those little chop stuff going on. And of course, you can change the settings. Let me actually change the colors of this and move it over to the right. Right. So you can see when you, it helps you enter or exit a position based on, you know, whatever settings you have, and it's built into all the algos as well. So it's easy to back test with the systems if you're part of Money Moves Investments. So I don't want to make this video too long. I appreciate you guys watching. It's down in the description below. Let me know what you guys think. If you like what we did here, just please like and share. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Do it again. Do my dolly, don't need me no friends. Bag on my head and they wanted me dead, but you still see me with the roof of the Benz. My bitch is bad and bougie. Ain't but a back, she don't matter to me. Super big guns like it's Call of Duty. Say this your man's, but he ratatouille.